Don't believe, just know. Cymatic TV, turning vibration into reality. Isn't that just beautiful? We're down at St Martin's Church for the energy update in south east England. I'm speaking quietly. Can you actually hear that? I hope so. There's a service going on. It's Sunday. It's a grey day, as it would be in the UK. But it's lovely to hear and lovely to feel. And it does make the lines a lot more vibrant, a lot more happier. Well, that's what it feels like, you know, for mine. I can't stop smiling. Absolutely beautiful. So, welcome back to Cymatic TV. This is going to be your energy update for the week of the 23rd to the 30th of January. It's been quite an eventful week. You know, they're competing with me, aren't they? You know, it's you know, yeah, it's been quite a mad week, isn't it? It's been a mad week. So we've had, let's just recap. Let's get our stuff together, get our stuff in order, as it were. I'm standing on the line at the moment, the female line. I've just doused it, 24, but yeah, it is feeling very zippy. This could be because there's a service on, which is really good. So if you get down any churches or any places of worship, any mosques or synagogues or wherever, you know, any temples and everything like that, just make sure you have a little bit of a sing-along, because the earth will love you for it. You know, this is going to be a bit of a long one today, so you might as well buckle up and strap in, as it were. So it's been a bit of a hectic week. We've had everything this week. We started off the week with that filament energy that came through on Monday. So that would have been Monday, Monday the 16th, something like that, 15th or something like that. Which would have, it was like washing things down. So it may have made us feel, you know, like a fresh start in a way, you know, like, you know, when you're feeling a bit like a scuzz bucket and you need a good shower and you have a good shower and you feel really good afterwards and stuff like that. That's what it might have felt like on Monday and Tuesday. And then we had the coronal hole that came through on the Tuesday straight afterwards. So it was like coming out of the shower and going straight to work. And certainly for earth signs, it would have made you more concrete within your Pacific elements, which, you know, between earth signs can be quite difficult, because then, you know, your peculiarities, I got the word out, the peculiarities will stand out even more than normal. For water signs, you would have felt just pure bliss probably on Monday and Tuesday. That would have been a really good day for you guys. You know, and then the corona hole coming in on the Tuesday would have made you feel very productive. And certainly there was a certain air of let's get on. And if you've, obviously, it depends on what you're dealing with at the time. If you've got a lot of emotions at the time, or things to sort out emotionally, that's what's going to be on the productive front. So it could be quite hard and confrontational and stuff like that. And certainly for air signs, you're probably not going to really like that. You know, Tuesday and Wednesday, it's going to make you feel like you're being cajoled into certain ways when it's not really your way of being and stuff like that. So it's like, you know, that air coming up and meeting up that mountain, having to go round it rather than keep going straight on, as they do enjoy air signs. But for fire signs, you guys seem to be having a good time of it, really. You know, it might be difficult from time to time, but, you know, even with the coronal hole, I think, you know, it's just maybe Monday and Tuesday, you might have felt, you know, a little bit lacklustered. I think that's the word. Monday and Tuesday, because that was that filament energy that comes through, and that really comes through sort of in moments between the high and lows, really, of the solar cycle. And then after that, then we had, so Wednesday, then, you know, would have been a really trying time, I think, for relationships. Now, the reason for this, and this is where we're going to get into more detail, and this is why it's going to be a little bit longer today, because we're in Mercury Retrograde. Everyone keeps banging on about it, and it's so true. So technology might have been a little bit difficult, certainly for communication, because if you can see here, the Earth was sort of in alignment with Mercury and with Venus. So I've got a funny feeling it's going to be, you know, relationships and love is going to be on the table. There's going to be communications with that. That's what it was going last week. So it might have been a little bit difficult, a little bit heavy during the week for that. And then, so, you know, sorting out foundation stuff, you know, what are we doing and everything like that, why are we doing and everything like that. It might have been a little bit difficult for some people, depending on your sign combination, you know, and you should get onto the Astro Flower for that, which we've got on the new channel, which is linked below. So get over there, subscribe, because we're going to be doing a lot of videos on how these elements and these qualities are being affected. I'm going to be making them this afternoon, and they will be out tomorrow. We've got the yearly readings on there as well, so do get over there. There's loads happening over on the Astro Flower channel, and it will make things a lot clearer. So back to our retrograde. So if you like, because the Mercury was in line with Earth and Venus, so it's Mercury, Venus, Earth, and then obviously you had the Sun. So for me, this is how it works, right? I'm not an astrologer, let's put it that way. I'm not an astrologer. So for me, how it works is when Mercury is in front of the Earth like that, it's as if like the message is being passed on. It's not actually being arrived at Earth yet. And this is where, for the first part of the week, you may have felt sort of kind of like a little bit in limbo and directionless in a way. And that's a general feeling. That's for all signs. But it has to be concerned with the emotions and love and stuff like that, because Venus was also in the mix. This is coming, as far as I'm concerned, we will be coming out the retrograde, the real retrograde, from the 27th. I think it's around there. Check it up you'll see on this diagram. But I think it's the 27th. And then from the 27th, that's when the communication starts happening. As Mercury goes off, we will be in the flow of Mercury, therefore we will be receiving it. Yeah, you might think you're still in retrograde if you haven't set yourself. If you haven't been in line, and I talked about this 2 videos ago, I think 2 or 3 videos ago, about being in rhythm with the Earth. If you're in rhythm with the Earth, you'll be quite happy to get these emotions, these messages coming through, because it will suit you right down to the ground. Yeah, so this is the information or the message will be coming through later on during this week, which I think will be good for air signs. So it'd be good to see how this plays with the air signs in the Astro Flower reading this afternoon, according to those sort of dates. And I think that's going to sort of do a lot better for air signs and fire signs. Earth signs, you might be a little bit more affected by this. Feeling a little bit dried out, maybe a little bit sort of, you know, sort of windswept. The best way to describe it. But so that's, you know, the Mercury retrograde has been hitting us since last week, and it's really going to keep going on through to the middle of next week, I think. And then from then on, it's then the communication is going to be coming out, and you better be ready for it, because the Earth is ready for it, and she's going to start speaking, and she has been speaking. There's been a lot of earthquakes, quite big ones around the throat area, in Asia, around the Filipino plate, the diamond plate above Australia, and stuff like that. So there's been a lot of those sort of things, and it's ready to communicate. So that should be coming out this week, which should be good for air signs and water signs in regards to the Earth's vibrations. So it'd be a good time to sort of explain things and say things and do things like that. For Earth signs, it would be good for you to listen. We're not the best at that. I'm an Earth sign. We're not the best at that at times. Let's be honest. You know, we find it difficult to listen. Some Earth signs listen a lot more than others, but, you know, it might be a little bit difficult. But you fire signs, yeah, you're ready to rock. You know, this should be a very productive week for you guys, and you should have been very productive this week, because we also had M flares coming through, and they were coming through the system. We've had several, but they haven't been directed at the Earth. They've been clipping the Earth. It's like, you know, getting a side swipe more than anything else, you know. So you may have felt like as fire signs that, yeah, things are going on, you're moving on, because this is fire energy that's coming through from the sun. And you know, you would have been feeling really productive and stuff like that. Earth signs as well, you would have felt productive, but much more grounded, you know, concrete stuff. Whereas fire signs is going to be a little bit more busy, moving about into the communication and stuff like that, you know. But technology may have actually sort of caused you a few problems. And then we've got this double M flare coming through, which is not really going to hit us. It's going out into the cosmos. But it will give us a slight clip, and that will be starting from Monday morning, in the early parts of the morning. So you may find your sleep a little bit sort of like messed up on Monday morning, talking about sort of 1-2 o'clock in the morning. That's GMT time, so get your times. That's UTC time, so, you know, work out your times according to where you are and everything like that. And that's going to be, you know, that's going to be affecting the fire and the air within your astro flower, within your sign. And we all have it within us. You just need to go on to the astro flower. You'll see on Monday, these readings will come out on Monday, and you'll see how it's really affecting you for this coming week, 2 weeks. Yeah, so things have been, there's been a lot on, but there hasn't really been, it's not like a hectic cycle. The Earth is still in this, you know, it's still being shunned by the sun, which could be a good thing, because it's trying to protect the life that is on this planet, you know, because if the sun really did kick off in our direction, life is going to take a, you know, it risks quite big. And we will be going through, I'm preparing this channel, I have been saying it some time, but I am doing a video on the paradigm shift, and that should be coming out sort of soon. So just to give you a heads up, the sort of things that are sort of happening. So as this sort of M flares come through, for say like Capricorn, the fire that comes in on the physical side of your flower, it's going to be provoking the subconscious, so your mental sort of side and stuff like that. So you might be a little bit distracted and working out things mentally. Obviously for Sagittarius, excuse me, for Sagittarius, they're going to be sort of like, you're just going to be zipping and going, you're going to be working by the looks of things. And then for say like Scorpio, you're going to get the same thing as Capricorn, but it's going to be coming on in a spiritual sort of sense. So you're going to be working it out subconsciously, kind of going, you know, what should I be doing? Who should I be seeing? What should I be playing? What should I be socializing and stuff like that? You know, so those are the sort of things that sort of come into play. And then when we work through to Libra, I'll get there in a minute. Libra, it's between that super subconscious and the subconscious. So basically, this week you may get heads up on what your karmic path is for the year. And if you haven't seen the yearly readings on the Astro Flower, please go on to that, because I'll give you a heads up on that sort of thing. You know, and obviously when you go there, subscribe, click that bell and everything like that, because it's all to do with that. So, you know, it would have been affecting those sort of things. And it's on both sides for Libra. So it's going to be affecting how you combine the spiritual and the material path of life. Okay, So this is getting on to be a bit of a long rant. So I'm gonna sort of tie it up now. I will do another one. Obviously there's another one out next week, but I've got a funny feeling I'm going to do one during the week. So keep your heads up for that. You know, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do click that bell. You know, so you get notifications. Then you get the heads up on the. I'm going to be doing short videos on any energies that will be coming through on the instance they're coming through, because sometimes it's difficult to leave it a whole week. Yeah. So I'm on this line at the moment, which is really nice. I'll get back into that. So I'm off that whole sort of vibration. There's some people out. There's people out hunting, which we don't normally get in the UK. You know, but there are. There's quite a few. But anyway, it is Sunday. You know, probably a good day to shoot animals. Not my cup of tea. If I was ever going to do hunting, I think I'd do it with a bow and arrow, but I don't really eat meat, so don't really need to. You know, let's get into the line and let's see what the line is actually, if there's any sort of messages coming in from the earth at the moment, yeah? So it's quite good because I can hear, and they're still singing like all the birds. It's lovely. I love it. You know what I mean? It's really great. So let's get into the connection with the earth. Thank you very much, Chris. Odin would be proud of you. Okay, there's the connection. It's really good. The earth is feeling really strong, and you would have seen that in the KP index because it's been really, really heavy. Okay, so there's the first connection. Crown, heavy though, heavy on the crown. Light, because it's heavy on the crown, it's light on the root. And then we're coming up to the throat and the solar plexus. And the third eye as well. I'm going to let that flow through because I was disturbed then, so I do apologise about that. I think there was a KP index that got it. So let's retie that again. Let's get back onto the connection. There it is there. There's the crown. It's, yeah, buzzing, really heavy, but buzzing. It makes the feet really light because it pulls on the root chakra. And then there's the solar plexus and the throat at the same time. So it goes solar plexus, then throat, third eye, goes back to the solar plexus, which is heavy and it's hard work. And there's the heart. Oh yeah, the heart is just like so. It's like a massage. It's so soothing. Just let go. Back to the solar plexus. This is a long sequence. And the root is having problems staying grounded. And then we're back there. So it seems to be, back there at the end, it seems to be communicating and sorting out the nitty gritty. It's, you know, sorting out foundation sort of stuff, you know, who are we, why are we? That, you know, big questions that you can't really answer with one response. You can only answer it through living life, you know. So let's see what the earth is trying to sort of, if she's got some sort of communications and messages coming through for us. Get yourself ready. Set yourself. That could be the solar plexus all about. Apparently there's something turning up this week. Wednesday and Friday this week. So that'll be, Friday will be the 29th, I think. And Wednesday's the 27th, I think. Something like that. You'll see. But the Wednesday and the Friday of this week. And it's sort of saying, it's almost sort of saying, brace yourself, position yourself. Get yourself in a position where you can actually receive that message from the energies, from the sun, through Mercury, through Venus and stuff like that. And you can live it. If you do not listen to the message, you may feel lost. You may feel like a ship with no anchor. And it's just getting smashed around by the tides. So this week here, I would seriously suggest you get out into nature at least once a day and just stand around and feel the trees, feel the love, feel the community, feel the people, feel the love, feel the earth. You know, if you do that, then you can apply that message pretty much straight away. She seems to be serious, and she's like, you know, she's not, you know, Earth Energies doesn't actually get scared or frantic, but it's kind of sort of saying, yeah, prepare yourself. Shit's coming down the fan. It sort of says to me, it's like sort of saying, you know, like, buckle up. That's what it's sort of saying. This will be interesting to see how it plays out with all the elements and the qualities of the astro flower. That's going to be some really good readings. I'm going to really get into that this afternoon. Really enjoy that. Yeah, good. It's a lot more solid than it has been over the last 2 or 3 weeks. So she's really into her winter rhythm within the northern hemisphere. And should be a little bit more zippy in the south, I would have thought. So it's a little bit more sort of vibrant in the south. But, you know, it's a lot more solid. She's getting beat in that drum, you know what I mean? And, yeah, it's going to be an interesting week. It'd be good to, if you have any ideas about the retrograde, or you got any comments or anything like that, you know, constructive comments are brilliant, love them. Even bad comments, you know what I mean, just laugh, innit? You know, so, yeah. Keep your eyes open. Get into that rhythm this week. Connect yourself, yeah? I know it's been a long one, this energy update this week, but, yeah. I hope it's been good for you, because it's been a trying week, I think, for everybody. Yeah, and don't forget, you know, it should be fun. Yeah, okay, it should be fun. So please do have fun, no matter what. Even if it's hard, make sure you get a bit of fun out of your day. Okay. In the meantime, this has been Tom, and this has been your energy update.
Don't believe, just know. Cymatic TV, turning vibration into reality.